Morning this Wednesday. Thursday. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you looking like you're about to fall apart?
I don't know. I'm confetti. Yeah.
Good to know.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm all right.
Go fresh?
Yes.
Good to see you.
Niko salama kabisa.
Karibu mtaa.
Mta?
Karibu mtaa.
Yeah. It's a situation room on Thursday, and we're getting things into tow. Things are happening. People have time. Like, hey.
People have time.
Sheesh.
Let me tell you, people have time. But you know, it's good.
What's good?
It's good that people have time to do some unnecessary, nonsensical things, instead of doing that which they've been hired to do, that which they've been appointed to do. So when I ask the question, go through the trouble for what?
Yeah.
For what? We know you got the intelligence, you got the manpower, but all that for what exactly? So at the end of the day, you find you've closed the day, you've closed shop, you've gone home. Are you proud of yourself? Today I work for the people of Kenya.
You should be asking the question if you actually
are. Yeah. So at the end of the day, they say pat yourself on the back, say you gave your very best. So that's what you tell yourself at the end of the day. I gave my very best.
This is what I did, and this is what I achieved. Right.
Yeah, we have names that we need to equally call today. We have to name them. We have to remind people who they are.
Indeed. Have to remind people who they are, people who were forcefully disappeared and have even, made up words, who are unalived.
Yes.
And we'll remember them and we'll say their names. We'll say their names, whether it was in January last year and Brian Odhiambo missing until today and has not been declared, in terms of who took him and what they did to him. We will say their names. We'll talk about Mukuria, who is still missing until today. His mother has not been able to find him. We will say their names. We will talk about Rex Masai. We will say their names. We will say Albert Ojwang. We will say Njoki. We will say Mwangi. We will say Eric Otieno.
We will say Kenjokoma brothers.
Yes, we will. We'll say them. And that lays on the conscience of those who choose not to do something about it.
Yep.
And as we get into our conversations today, let me tell you what we'll be talking about today. Getting in from 7 o'clock, law enforcement and double standards. Is that what it looks like? That should it not go across the NCIC, the questions that we're asking in terms of how far can you push or how far will you push? The Honourable Ngogoyo Onesimus is the Member of Parliament for Kajiado North constituency. He'll be in the presence of former NCIC Commissioner Danvers Makori. They'll join us at 7 o'clock because we want to understand a couple of things. When you make the decision to go after somebody for one reason or another, what stops you from going after another person? So these are the questions that we'll be asking today. Hopefully, we'll get some answers or at least put the conversation out there so that we engage in proper discourse. Yes. All right. And then at 8 o'clock, hopefully, and I say hopefully, we're going to be talking about then who bears responsibility, examining patterns of violence in holding facilities, in this case, in police custody. Communication strategist Odhiambo Otieno will join us, hopefully in the presence of lawyer Dr. Ekuru Okot. So that conversation will happen from 8 o'clock and we'll go into this and see really what does the law say? And that's our Justice Thursday conversation today. And so we'll be asking certain questions around those.
Yes.
Sawa. That's what it looks like today. Karibuni sana. Where are you tuned in from? Around the region, the country, the world. This is the Situation Room. It's Kenya's biggest conversation. Dennis Tolaseto and Indra Ko with you today. And Marian Skitty, good morning. Mutanu JB, getting it together today. Karibuni sana. Let it go. Let's go. And let's have these conversations, regardless of who tries in one way or another to put a fork in the road. We'll just take a new direction. Kabisa. All right. Karibu. Our live streams are up on YouTube, Facebook, and on X. And a very good morning to our audience on KTN this morning. As we get into things, we're very happy that you're here. Yes, we can see 102.5 listening direct from Kisumu and all other frequencies around the country. Karibu sana. All right. Mali.
And they are saying, you will never reach your destination if you stop and throw stones at every dog that barks at you.
Yep.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of barking. So you can ignore some, actually, and actually keep it moving.
Yeah.
That some things are just a bark. And at some point, even the dog itself will just get tired and keep it moving. There's some barks that you should actually respond to. I agree. There's some things that you should respond to, but I think that you'll find that if you respond to everything, you will lose time.
True.
You lose focus, and then you actually find yourself in the same position as opposed to moving forward. Some things are just not worth it.
Understand what your goal is, your vision, and just focus on achieving it. You'll get distractions here and there, but choose what battles to fight. Yeah.
Choose what battles to fight, Marion. Just be happy.
Yeah.
Sour. Okay. So that's what it looks like today. Shall we say hello? Let's say hello. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm forgetting something. No?
Kila kitu kiko sawa.
Sindio?
So far, kila kitu kiko sawa.
So far, so... If
Let me enjoy to...
Sindio?
Yes.
All right. Tell us where you're tuned in from this morning, getting into the Situation Room.
What's our clan saying?
And we know that some of you are listening silently, but we greet you all the same.
Yes.
And thank you for being here on this Justice Thursday. And talk to us about where you're tuning in from, different parts of the world, of course, within the country as well. And a very good morning. We started off and say, good morning, Peter Kiarie. Yes, you're back in fine form. Good morning from Mombasa. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you.
Yep.
This is true. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
True.
And you can think about that. Don Sabo says, good morning, Nduana Seto. Violence in Homa Bay prior to Linda Rally is a show of cowardice, impunity, rejuvenation of intolerance, politics. Aseto, is Linda Mwananchi as a name being gooned?
Well, yep. Being gooned as a name. They're being attacked.
They're being attacked.
Just because they're Linda Mwananchi. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. NCIC. Something is happening. Police. Yeah.
Okay. So he's saying, Don Sabo, that Homa Bay is actually, you're saying that that's a sign of cowardice.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Sawa. Also tuned in this morning. Where did it go now? The page has even disappeared. Okay. Hisa Daniel is tuned in this morning and says, good morning, Spice. James says, hello. Never engage in the race of who says the toughest things on a podium. When that which is acceptably tough runs out, you will have said what doesn't fit, even with those who are trying to amuse. Okay. I haven't had a coffee yet, but it's going to take me a minute to get through that. All right. Rose Gray says, good morning, Nduana Seto. Tuned in from Manera, Aworo. State House has become campaign strategy. Hii Kenya yetu ina mambo kweli. Blessings, Nduana Seto. Yes, every day. And
every day.
Tomorrow, I think today, there's going to be security guards.
Okay. Yeah, private security guards.
Yeah, private security guards will be at State House. It's like a carnival.
Yeah.
You know what? There's the carnival that's going on in Barbados at the moment. It's like that. Every day is a new thing.
Every day is
so what's the flavor of the day today at State House? Private security guards. The day before that, it was the
imams.
The day before yesterday, it was the Quakers and the elders.
Quakers and elders, yeah.
Yesterday it was the Muslim clerics and imams, and
I think the other day
leaders.
was leaders from Western region.
Elders, community elders. And then today now, it's going to be the private security.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to be tomorrow. As I'm telling you, it's like a carnival. You never know what to expect. We're going to wake up and we're going to be outside. In this case, we're going to be in State House.
Can I remind you something?
Do please.
Yeah. Do you remember that time when we were having charters with different sectors in the country? What's the difference? Okay, let's go.
So now you are starting to ask hard questions in the morning. Na sijakunywa kahawa bado.
Tofauti.
Have not had my coffee.
It's just that this is 2026. Back then it was 2022. So.
Oh, it's only the difference.
It's
of the time. All right. Okay. So let's see who is today, and then we'll see who it is tomorrow. This will be fun. All right. Titus Kimutai is tuning in this morning. Good morning to you. Edwin Tulo says, good morning, Nduana Seto, tuning in live from Elder at 96.7. The Situation Room is my daily breakfast show. Santi Sana. Ndu, you are known as that very high energy theatrical morning style where Aseto is calm. Which Aseto? Have you people heard Aseto shouting here in the morning that you cannot see him? It's just that it doesn't do it on the radio. You see? And if we flip it later, I can actually disappear and you wouldn't even know I was there. True, false?
Well,
shh. Well, good morning, Edwin. Thank you for being here. Slumdog Masai. I love that handle title. Good morning, Aseto and Ndu, all the way from Berlin, Diposh Market. Lakini your uncle, Professor Nyongo, lost it. Oi, who's uncle? Aseto, your uncle.
No. Siko. Uncle, bye.
No, but I like her, Anyang Nyongo.
Yeah.
Ama?
I mean, it's any circumstances that he finds himself in.
Kimiak says, Eric Otieno, a police officer hit you hard and your spleen ripped open. I cry. May you not rest in peace. Wake up, Ojwang and the rest up above and haunt them, because nothing good will come out of the Kenya Kwanzaa administration. Kimiak. I agree.
Yep.
Haunt them. Doesn't sleep. Not innocent blood, my friends. No, never. Jeff, good quote today. There is nothing as pitiful as a politician who is bad at lying. It's actually quite a sorry state to see.
It's sad, eh?
Keep them eyelids open just a little bit longer, Wanda. Eric Awar says, good morning, guys. Good morning to you. Daniel Churu says, good morning, SpiceFM. United opposition has been infiltrated, as was expected to happen if you don't keep the borders tight from the beginning, as was expected. Legacy politicians, many of these legacy politicians are only driven by selfish, egotistical motives. If His Excellency Sifuna is listening, please don't you dare fail Kenyans. That's the warning from the get-go. Wakapia Luhimba says, good morning, Ndu and Co. Tuning from Dar as usual. In my country, apart from politicians, media and education are the only two culprit sectors that perpetuate ignorance and uncritical masses. Phew. Jennifer Ateni says, good morning, my handsome Aseto. And love Ndu, good morning. Good morning, Spice family. Jana, it was so depressing about lost lives in the hands of the police. Yes.
Still is.
It still is. Until today.
Yep.
Very, very depressing. Did you see yesterday during another presser that was given in the presence of former LSK president and the lawyers of the family, the younger brother passed out. The sheer imagination of what his older brother went through in that space was too much for him to bear.
Yeah.
That kind of anguish is what needs to lace our hearts until you feel it so much that you say, it cannot continue.
Yeah.
Until that happens, be prepared for many more stories. Yes, I'm going to keep saying it. That is the anguish you need to be prepared to experience more and more until you decide to do something about changing a system.
The most disgusting part of it is that individuals who did this think they did the right thing.
Okay, look at where you are this morning. You're assuming that they're thinking. Okay, nice. Omo. It's just a tough place to be, Jennifer. Wanda says she likes the pastel colors. Asante-san. Thank you very much, Wanda. Rahim Sula Omar says, good morning to you from Nairobi. The only crime Eric Otieno did was being a poor African in an African country where we honor color and money more than anything else. That was his crime. Fire Red says, good morning, Ndu Seto. Again, color combo in Aweza. Looking good with peach. Or is it coral? It's coral. That's the color. And Aseto with the grey and coral, something happening here. Kabisa. Hi, Ndu and Dennis says, vintage oak, all set for the show. Karibu sana. Gekoto says, good morning, my good people. Princess Ndu, yes. Dennis, EVE, Bado, is coming. Marion is here. And Skitty's also here. Dwale was supposed to have...
to be arrested.
Oh, it disappeared, it ran away. Dwale was supposed to have been arrested before the arrest of Kagushia. They are the same. You're watching from Miami, Florida. Yes, and that's a conversation that we'll be having at 7 o'clock today. Yeah. How do you decide which is which?
Yeah. When does the law apply?
Or to whom?
Yeah.
Sylvia Legua says, good morning, my loves. Njuana Seto, had really missed you. Where have you been? Though I would be coming back to a better country, only to be welcomed back with the list of the OCSs in Nairobi come from one community. Yikes. Yeah.
There's that too.
Yeah. Tibbs Muge says, good morning, SpiceFM. Add me on to Kimiak's sentiments. Also keep an eye on South Korea stock. FOMO is real and tragic. Keep up for the talks. Lord knows getting info from government is impossible. Yes, it really is. Paula Laka says, good morning, Dennis and Ndu tuned in. Cliff Sunday says, good morning, Team Spice. Good morning. We appreciate the entire team for all that you do. Thank you. For this Thursday, I pray for justice for all Kenyans through better leadership, better decisions, and definitely actual results. Collins Juma says, good morning, Team Spice. This ambulance at your call, then ukifika uko sha is not working, then unadu? Ask the question.
Yep.
Unadu? Where else the other side is asking, utadu? Yeah, really have to ask, what are you going to do about it? Cliff Stanley says, by the way, this regime has made everything a circus. As you said, State House is like a carnival full of unexpected and surprising shows. We are all disappointed. Yes. Yeah, you know. Bring out the bands and the maracas. Let's go. What next? You know. I wonder.
Yeah.
All the people trooping to State House, you know, at the invitation of the president to come and have a conversation, whether he believes that those are bankable votes into the future, or whether he feels as though his persuasion at this point is actually going to bring, because let me tell you, there's nothing that's happening at the moment in State House that can be separated from the race 2027. That's all you are being fed. Don't think that it is some development. I don't know. No. It's about 2027. And I'm not necessarily saying that it is a bad thing. If that is a tactic that you have chosen to employ, well and good. But the people of the country should understand that it is not suddenly that development is going to make it to your doorstep. Because I'm still asking. And I'm asking for the concerned people in the morning and in the afternoon and the evening. You promised Nairobi was it a day? 1 million a day chapati machine.
Chapati for the school-going children, yeah?
Even me, I'm a school-going child.
Me too.
Yeah. You promised the chiefs tablets in 6 months from February, when they were also at State House. I'm aware, were they when this was promised? Yes. So what am I trying to say? That it's very possible that whatever you're being told now is linked directly to the decision that they're hoping you're going to make in 2027. Don't separate the two.
Yeah, I think those who are trooping to State House, hashtag Kimiak's morning comment.
Exactly, hashtag Kimiak's morning comment. Think about it fastly.
Yeah.
Fastly. Andrew Shira says, good morning, good people. Guys, see, please, muchunguze hii mambo na security officials wanai. Eti, they're all from one tribe. Washington is locked. Oi. Not all security officials. They're talking about OCSs in particular police stations in Nairobi. Okay. Osana Emily says, good morning. Kenyans are really stressed. Mundu humundu. In JKL, yeah, Kenya ni magumu. Okay. Jeff Gertz. Oh, we see.
Don't sabo.
No, that's exactly the comment that he put there before. We should stop calling this administration Kenya Kwanza. Otherwise, we should call it Tumbo Kwanza. Wakama says, good morning, Ndu Anaseto, watching and listening to you from Dublin in Ireland. Yay, my best friend lives in Dublin. Watching Kenyan news, ni mwecheche. Got it! You see? I got it this time.
Mwecheche.
I still don't know what it means, but, you know, at least I pronounced it correctly this time.
Yeah, it's an extreme sport.
Oh, mwecheche, but it is what it is. It is what it is, rather.
Yeah.
Tufanya nini? Good day to you. Good day to you too, Wakama. Robinson El Wangu says, good morning, Ndu Anaseto. Loving the show, and it's a great morning. It's a great morning, kabisa. Good morning, my fellow conlanders. Nyandika. Exit help in student loans at high interest rates. We get conned every day. Well, I don't know. I just get so confused. So now help can sit over there.
Yep.
But the money that we could not give help, which was coming back at a lower interest rate, we're going to take that money, put it into another fund, and then charge people a higher interest when they have graduated and have secured some kind of employment. I don't understand.
You just never told it was going to be a loan, eh?
I don't understand.
So that is another funding model. Let's just call it for what it is. That's exactly what it is.
I need a chapati.
You need chapati? Okay, I'll buy you one. I can't promise you they're $1 million plus.
I shouldn't, but perhaps, half. Because what on earth? The only way to deal with this situation is to take drugs. Drugs in this case is chapati. My Lord. God. We're going to discuss it a little bit because I think I feel like I have whiplash. No sooner than had you said no funding model, then we're going to pay for everybody. Then, this paying for everybody is you're going to pay us back.
It's like that saying that says, hustle all you can because you'll rest in heaven. That's exactly like there is no resting. It's from one thing to another.
What's up, Basi? Abdirizak Kali says, good morning. Usual trading and spice every morning. Consistency, kabisa. It pays. A very good morning to you. Mashari and Jerry says, good morning, Team Spice. Ruto is now doing campaigns from State House, home ground advantage. Yeah, because if you call people to you, you don't have to go through the headache of going and standing somewhere and hoping the people come. Are we together?
Yes.
Are we together?
Kabisa.
All right. Ernest Shipale says, good morning. You trooping to State House? Today it's private security personnel who are being hosted at State House. Indio style ya kucheza wa Kenya na promises from State House.
Yeah.
Yes. So, it's Nini. You people are saying that I'm flying all over the place to go and talk to people. So, basi wacha nikae home.
Let me tell you. Msijali.
So it makes a difference.
Hii nyumba pia ni yenu bwana. Kujeni muone. Tuliwatengenezea, nyinyi ndio mnalipa rent hapa.
I might as well use the house. I mean we're here. So
Kujeni China mandasi iko. You can have the parties from here.
I'm really curious as to who's going to go on Friday.
Yeah.
Now we should now be saying, so this week like this. Yeah, we just be guessing who will go now tomorrow. Who can it be? The actual mamambogas.
I would actually love. I think I should petition or rather push to have President Ruto's diary for the 5 years be put in a museum. It would be an
That was actually a spectacle.
Subject.
Very true.
You know what I mean? It would be interesting to just understand what was running through
Somebody's head.
Somebody's at the time, It would also make a good paper,
True.
Yeah.
Wakama, good morning. I see you. I think we should actually try and guess who's going to go tomorrow. But maybe we don't have to guess. Probably it's in that book that you talk about.
Yeah.
Maybe the actual mamambogas carrying a sukuma leaf. I don't know.
Yeah. What about that?
But that's walikuwa ameenda. By the way, hey, I have a question. Hey, somebody, please tell me. Those people who went to State House or wherever it is they went, I can't remember, who were supposed to be given borders during those empowerment programs. And Musalia Mudavadi told us, we couldn't give it to you now because they needed to be registered and all of this hullabaloo. What happened?
No.
Afadhali Mimi, I'm just asking for chapati. You guys are asking for motorcycle.
Motorcycle, yeah.
All right, let's take a look at what's going on with the weather.
They returned them to
They didn't go
warehouse.
with them. They told them that, we have to do registration. Then after that, we'll get in touch with you.
So the government did the tough job of bringing them and then just returning them to the seller. Anyway, let's go to the weather.
Why are you asking hard questions?
It's new kweli.
Don't ask hard questions. Please, not now. Wait until like 7:30. Okay? Then you can ask hard questions.
Nataka pesa wazee.
Taking a look into the headlines today. And on the front page of The Standard, it's Kenya's bold newspaper. Trial and error. Not error, like in a time or a period. Error, like a mistake, a faux pas. President William Ruto is increasingly abandoning policies his administration once championed, raising fresh questions about the direction of his government. From the university funding model to tax measures and fuel subsidies, many flagship initiatives have been revised, delayed, or quietly shelved after fierce public resistance and implementation setbacks. As his administration rolls out fresh promises to replace troubled programs, the constant policy shifts are creating uncertainty, undermining public confidence, and exposing weaknesses in the government's planning and execution. Like what, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. Pain points: the collapse of the university funding model. This presidential working party that was kind of like a caravan going through the country and told us, these are the best, this is what we are going to do. Yeah, that doesn't work. Government abandoned the student-centered funding model after years of investment. Uncertainty over funding for nearly 294,000 incoming university students. This 294,000, I've been talking about it. They're the ones who are coming in this September. End of August. They're coming to this university. Now the question is, how are they going to go to school? Struggles of the Hustler Fund. Where is it? When is the last time you tried to borrow? What is it, that thing you borrow? I don't know. High loan default rates at about 12.5 billion shillings. Shift in focus to the Nyota Fund suggests the reduced confidence in the flagship program. Remember, that's all we were told. Hustler Fund. Started lending out the money. By the way, who is in the office that is doling out the Hustler Fund, or who is managing the accounts of the Hustler Fund?
We asked those questions.
Human rights concerns, rising cases of excessive force abductions and deaths linked to security operations, fears by lobby groups over violation of civil liberties, and lack of accountability. It would appear as though, I'm just guessing, that you can't tell people that you're going to do something and then not do it, and then halfway into the thing, change the course of the thing just because you can. Apparently, you can't do that. Apparently, you have to at least try the thing that you spent a lot of money and resources on to make it come true. Somebody has told us that you can't do that.
Listen, Maoni.
Okay. Let me just maybe bring out your Maoni. Varsity Dream comes with bigger debt under Ruto's new proposal. And this is what we were told yesterday. Hauna Maoni Bado. All right, let's go. Let's see what's going to draw it out of you. Kind of like salt, water, pouring salt on something to bring out the water. Let me give it to you in numbers. 100 billion shillings is the annual funding the government aims to mobilize. Mobilize.
Okay.
So just understand that your pesa high.
Haiko.
Thanks. 9.6 billion is the university fund deficit. Do you understand? They don't have that money.
For 2024, 2025.
Yes. 11.3 billion is the university fund deficit for 2025, 2026. Projected university fund deficit for 2026, 2027, 16.5 billion shillings. The combined funding gap for universities and student support by 2030, 2031 will be 351.2 billion shillings.
Go back to the first 100 billion. What is that? That 100 billion is funds we plan to?
It's mobilize.
That means we don't have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
351 billion is half the total education budget for 2026, 2027.
Do you know what we're saying? Because we can just go right to it.
Yep.
That unfortunately, a lot of students who've qualified to go to university and go to public university will not go.
Yep.
That's it. Period. That's what we're talking about right now. Because if you're still using words like mobilize, the thought would be you can't come and sell something on a hope. Like, I'm going to deliver this dream. I'm hoping to find everything that I need to make that happen. In fact, I hope that this dream that I'm going to deliver to you, yet you have nada, nothing.
Yet what you've said is tutawalipia. Assurance, tutawalipia. You remember when you started having that conversation, we said, these students are hopeful that they will go to school because you've given them the promise and assurance that will happen. Now, all of a sudden, we plan to mobilize the funds.
Boaz Waruko told us here, he said, no. There's no option.
Yeah.
You told us that you were going to do it. Now you do it. Less than a week later, you're coming to tell us, we're going to mobilize the funds. Then we lend you. Then now you'll pay us back. Yeah. Making your dream come true.
Yeah.
My big toe is hurting because lawyer spends the night in cells over 61 million shilling gold scam. City lawyer Alphonse Collins Odoyo Osewe was at the Milimani courts yesterday. Why? He's been accused of receiving millions in fake gold schemes, and the prosecution wants the suspect absconded bail last year and ignored summons. So they said, come and sit here for a minute. Let's feed you some cabbage soup, and then perhaps you tell us how this thing actually works.
Yeah.
Yes? A convict is seeking leave for cancer treatment. I wonder what happens with people who are then in custody and they have terminal illness. How are they treated?
I think they should just get the best medical attention there is.
That's a question perhaps that we'll pose to Ekuro Court if we see him today.
Yeah. There is that story of striking nurses as well.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes I just don't even want whatever. Striking nurses dig in despite order to resume work. Do you understand the kind of messaging that you're sending to people?
Yeah.
You're striking, you're making noise because of a CBA. We didn't feel up. I better go, Jerry, go back to work. Stop disturbing somebody here making noise every day.
Yet they are on the streets because you did not meet your end of the bargain.
Then you now say, I'm not all the noise that you've made, kiriko. Go back to work.
Yeah.
They've said,
In the meantime, Wananchi, the patient, has nowhere to go. That's the country we're in. Mlisema affordable healthcare. Iko tu kwa katiba.
From education to health, Ruto's flip-flop sparks uncertainty. People are saying, okay, so we've been here, then we are going there, when we're not quite sure. Which way are we facing? What exactly are we doing? Can you just come and turn around and do something different later? And is it actually going to happen? It is scary.
It is.
We can laugh about it.
It is.
But it is scary. If you even look at the one thing that we're talking about, education, that halfway into the thing, you decide, oh, we were going to Mombasa by bus from Embu all the way, right? Then somewhere you get to Mtituande, then you say, you know what? Actually, let's go to Mombasa by ship, the sea. But we'd have to get there first, then we take the sea and or let's go by air.
Or use the Rirunimo Summit Road.
You're confusing yourself, not even the rest of the people who are in the bus. You're confusing yourself. Take one thing, stick to it, man.
Let me ask a question. If you look at the campaign promise, right, on education.
Oh, on education. I was going to ask which one.
All the way till now, where's the consistency? Do you remember what was said during the campaign?
There's consistency in making promises.
Thank you. There, I agree with you.
That's where the consistency is.
But confusion, galore, is where we're at.
Let's look at some of the pain points, shall we, real quick? Policy U-turns, frequent reversals on flagship programs that fuel uncertainty, university funding, healthcare. SHIF faces operational challenges as patients and health workers complain of poor access to services. Hustler Fund, high loan defaults undermine the flagship leading program. Cost of living, persistent public concern over the prices of food, fuel and other essentials. Public debt, critics question increasing borrowing and the sustainability of government spending. What was it? Well, how many billion per month, or was that number the other day? Tax burden, repeated tax changes have sparked resistance. Health workers strike, unmet campaign promises. I don't even know where to start on that. The unmet ones even be in my head now. I can tell you 5. Political, especially with the chapati machine. Me, I'm not letting that one go.
Yeah.
Political realignments, public confidence.
Human
Hold
rights
on
concerns.
to that one for now.
Yeah.
Because the Otieno family has been telling us, you know what you need to. Meanwhile, IPOA, you have 75 missed calls. Why have we not heard up? Unless, was I asleep? Has IPOA come out to tell us this is what we are doing? We're checking into the thing. Anything? No?
Are they even aware of what's happening?
IPOA, are you in Kenya? Did you travel? The Otieno family is asking, release Muthaiga CCTV clips because we want to see how Eric got into the police station and we want to see the state in which he left. Yes? Yes. We know that Kipchumba Murkomen told us that all police stations in the country have what?
CCTVs.
Camera. And that they are working, not those ones for model CCTV. No, they are functioning. Release them. Don't take time to cook the books. Release them. Tired. Let me get started this morning. Court awards ex-and National Police Service official 45 million shillings over illegal salary cut. Opposition fractures force Ruto Kalonzo into an emergency meeting. They said, hey, Stephen, yes, Uhuru, we need to have a meeting. Okay. Your place or mine? Yes, because the boys and girls are not having too much of a good time. Yes. Did you know that there was an Akiwumi report? Did you know that the Akiwumi report, as well as the Kriegler report, as well as the is it John report on all of those? Did you know that report. They have Ndongo report? Thank you very much. Have all failed to be implemented. So now a lobby is suing the state just over the Akiwumi report. And so they're going to ask a couple of questions. State House, billions, and the campaign funding question. Hii pesa ya kupatia watu every day at State House. Inatoka wapi? The school, the National High School games come to a close today. That's happening, and it's a lot of raw talent out there, and it was really encouraging to see. New talent emerges also as the story of music festival is rewritten. So that's really good to watch. I'm telling you, these kids have some talent, my friends.
We could only invest in them. Honestly,
and I'm glad to see that the music festival has brought that out. I wish there would be, that's the word I'm looking for, sustainability, but then also moving forward. It would be nice to see that. All right. Get yourself a copy of the Standard newspapers or the e-paper, www.standardmedia.co.ke.
Yes. Now, you thought it's just the Standard. Let's go to the Daily Nation. Gachagua conditions for Ruto defectors. Caught between headliners demanding tough terms to admit pro-government politicians seeking to switch loyalties, and moderates are pushing for a united front in the Mount Kenya region. DCP leader forms a 7-member committee to vet those who want to jump ship, but critics question his motives. Ukitaka kukuja hapa na umetoka kushangilia mtu mwingine, we must look at your intentions. We must vet you and determine whether you're good or bad. Are you fit to be with us?
Mtuflani is asking when will the witch doctors be invited to State House? I think they should.
Yeah.
I think there should be no discrimination about the people that are invited to the House on the Hill. Yes.
Yeah.
Invite them also.
Yeah.
And the atheists while you're at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are just traditional doctors. Don't worry. They just fly with brooms. And how TSC will score 34,000 teachers for promotions. Now, thousands of teachers seeking promotion will compete for slots under a new system that considers length of service, performance, academic credentials, and extra duties. So there is changes that will happen within TSC, and that is promotion for teachers, and there's a process that will be followed. Now, UDA ODM, summoned troops for 2027 plan. So it's a reality. They're working together for 2027. Tuko kwa hiki tanda pamoja, tunalala tunajifunika gubigubi. River of Death, Ruiru waterway where killers dump victims.
Tena. Huh?
The waterway in Ruiru where killers dump victims. One would ask, knowing that very well, how are we securing that to ensure it does not happen?
We're not.
Intelligence.
We're not.
You know, good thing with us is we give them solutions. So we've given them solutions on what needs to be done.
Like, how about perhaps, you just don't kill people? How about,
yeah. Or just have a police station next to the waterway.
No, but you see now the problem is that police stations also, they're killing people inside
they'll
police
throw
stations.
people in the waterway. So now, if we see our bodies in the water, we know who to blame. Police. Rough season for top politicians facing auctions. So Hezena Lemaletian, Mwangi wa Iria, Raphael Tuju, Mary Wambui, Shwarup Mishra. Now recent battles to save their property from going under the hammer turn the spotlight on senior politicians who are usually thought to be too wealthy and powerful to face such problems. I have not much to say. People go through their moments and their emotions. I mean, one would hope that they find a way of dealing with what it is bedeviling them. Naivasha School shines at music festival. So as we continue to look up the raw talent that the country has, page 3 talks about judge urges parliament to enact law regulating DNA testing. Can you just wake up today and just say, nataka kwenda kufanya DNA? Pop, I want to know if this child is mine. So there's a judge who's saying we need a law to control that.
As you can't just stand up and say you require a DNA test. Why not?
Why not?
Why? If you're doubting.
Yeah.
If your name is Thomas. Okay,
that's not my ear. Na lazima niangalie masikio niana. Haiki kama yangu. Bid to review Linda Mwananchi name rejection fuels row. So the battle over the registration of the proposed Linda Mwananchi party has escalated after lawyers acting for the promoter Charles Wanyonyi accused the office of the registrar of political parties of reopening a decision on the party name without involving the original applicant. Now, the dispute comes a day after Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna and politicians allied to the Linda Mwananchi movement met registrar of political parties John Cox, that name, and announced that the office had agreed to review an earlier decision rejecting reservation of the party name. So what's up in a name? Just register the damn thing if it's open. Ruto and Oburu summoned troops to plan for 2027 with pressure mounting from opposition and emerging Linda Mwananchi movement. UDA and ODM leaders retreat to build consensus on a pre-election coalition. So there it is. They're planning on how to win the election 2027. Season of losses as top politicians face auction. So that has been highlighted better on page 7. As you go further, it's just on the financials. Now, hospitals stretched as nurses strike disrupts critical healthcare services. So even as nurses are on the street and other healthcare workers, what we're hearing is their employers are saying, yo, mwache kutupigia kelele, go back to work. That despite existing issues that need to be addressed so that the nurses and the healthcare workers can go back to work. Now, MPs back interest cap extension bid. MPs target runway loan charges hurting struggling households. So the National Assembly, during a plenary sitting, backed a proposal to extend the in Duplum rule to digital lenders, SACCOs, microfinance institutions, and other non-bank lenders. I'm like, if you're coming in to ensure that interest rates are not so high, sour. But question is, what exactly is the National Assembly doing to address the cost of living in the country through taxation? Because remember, it is them who pass the tax laws.
True, but if you look at the Diplom room, I think what a lot of digital lenders are doing is that they're charging almost double. And according to the law, you can't do that. That the interest cannot be charged in excess of 50% of the actual money that was lent.
Yep.
That's what the Diplom rule says. How they're actually enacting that is a totally different story.
Totally different story. So that's what we have here on the Daily Nation. You want to look at the Star real quick?
All right, on the front page of the Star this morning, Ruto's strategy to build new 27 grassroots army of voters. The strategy is to invite them to State House. Ama?
Yep. So far he's invited like 3 or 4. So
yes, I mean, there's quite a number of people that he's done.
It's okay.
So a 2027 grassroots army of voters, that's what it looks like. I'm sorry, it's true, you're right. The commercial sex workers also were promised 100 million shilling fund.
Yep.
I'm not quite sure what it was going to be for, but they never got their dime or their day in the sun, unfortunately. Maybe that's one of the things that you need to put on the thing. But yes, Ernest Shipale has reminded us of that. I don't know, will they? That could be on our list of maybe folks who are going to be invited to State House.
Yeah.
Too much? Okay, sorry. Kalonzo revives Uhuru Raila 2022 playbook. Wiper Patriotic Front Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka addressed the crowd in Yatta. So he has addressed the crowd ahead of the next year's general election. Okay, that's fun.
Okay.
Peace March. Musa Korir is marching, and he says he's completed 500 kilometers so far. Walked to Nairobi in 8 days to promote peace, unity, and reconciliation in Kenya. Well done, Korir. Life sentence for Kakamega man who killed a 16-year-old mentally ill boy. Yeah. Win for KNH nurses as SRC approves higher allowances. Will they actually be paid? It's interesting because when an SRC approves something, the next step you would imagine is that this thing is actually done.
Yeah.
It would be nice. The IEBC has a new CEO, one Madam Kulundu. She's going to be there for 2 months until the recruitment. She's acting, but the recruitment process then has to take place. If they decide to give it to her because she's then applied and has been found duly worthy, then it could be her. But for the meantime, 2 months is the period that she's going to be serving.
Yeah.
In this particular position, right? So the interesting thing is, the question is that will the grassroots strategy actually translate to votes? People can tell you anything. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one then to watch and see how that will actually happen or take place. Yes, they're interesting questions here. Our friend Zal Musal, in the opinion comment pages of the Star, is saying that Vision 2060 is a pipe dream till we change our ways. In fact, Zal, I'm going to send you a message and tell you
it's
absolutely
true.
If you don't change the way, you will not get to the destination. Just saying.
It's a pipe dream.
It is. It's in the pipe, this particular one. That's the dream. On the front page of the Business Daily this morning, half of state tender winners keep owners' details secret. Well, of course, what do you expect? The people who are making the proper dime are not going to tell you exactly who owns the business. I mean, it's the oldest trick in the book. You're not going to do that anytime to let people know who exactly it is. Yes? Yes. Now, because we have a little time, I want to go to one story that was highlighted in the Standard today. If I can just turn the page, it would be great. Yes. State House billions in the campaign funding question. So when you invite, how many people were in State House yesterday? Give 3,000, 4,000, I don't know. Give or take 1,000. Okay, 500.
500.
Let's say there were 500 people. Okay. These people are going to come, you're going to feed them, of course, which is what is being done. You're going to give them a little bit of something, for their trouble, for coming out and then having to find their way back home. And then you're going to essentially ask them, Sijui kama mnanisikia? Ama namna gani, my friend?
Mnanielewa bana?
Mnanielewa? Ama, yeah.
Ama namna gani?
You're going to have to ask them that a couple of times, and they're going to have to, respond in a rapturous, thunderous agreement. And for that, you're going to give them a little bit of an emollient to soothe the throat. Yeah. So all of this translates to spending money. And we know that supplementary budget is this now, when you see the supplementary budget and that has gone to beef up the State House operations, are these some of the things that we're talking about? That's where it goes? Or does this money come from somewhere else? And so we have to give you a little bit of something because you've come and I've told you, where, Dennis, this is what I'm trying to do. See, unaona?
Sioni wala. Sioni.
Unaona nimetengeneza hii. Sahi sasa tunajaribu kufanya hii. The only way tunaweza endelea ni acha kuniuliza maswali ngumu.
One ask the question. All these funds that you're spending here, was it budgeted for?
That's what I'm saying. Or is it that money that goes into the supplementary budget essentially that we're seeing coming to play here?
We keep on quoting developed democracies, right? So you look at the United States of America, but remember it's being told that even when these presidents host people in White House, they pay because that is not budgeted for. So we want to go to developed status. Until that time when we fix our mess, until that time when we handle our basics, like Nzao Musawa said, it will remain being a pipe dream.
It's just a dream. You know how you have that sweet dream, then you wake up and you look around, drool is down your mouth. You're like, oh my God. Then you realize, oh snap, it was a dream.
Yeah.
Good morning. Yeah, up on your tuko.
The Situation Room, the only way to start your day.